Break the lottery mentality. Investing is a systems project, not a game of luck. Why doesn't the Quick Rich program work? They will quickly deplete it. For instance, a certain football star earned $200 million during his career. However, due to unplanned investment, he was heavily in debt 5 years after his retirement. Most people expect to get rich overnight, but they overlook the core logic. Without the right strategy, even if they suddenly acquire $1 million, the power of long-termism, if you invest $2,000 per month with an annualized return of 7%, you can reach $2.37 million after 30 years. This is more reliable than betting on a single stock. The key to the author achieving a net worth of $1 million at the age of 35, using a stable strategy to make time an ally. 2. Core strategy. 1. Creating the dual engines of disposable income. 1. Income increase. Shifting from cutting expenses to increasing revenue. Excessive frugality is prone to fall into a scarcity mentality, and the correct approach is to focus on income growth. When the author was 20 years old, he worked as a sculptor with an hourly wage of only $3. Through learning e-commerce operation and starting a side business, his income increased 20 times within 3 years. Instance, if you owe 50,000 yuan at an annualized rate of 20%, the interest over 3 years will amount to 32,000 yuan. By repaying it, you will save 32,000 yuan. Counter common sense view, action path ***. Learn a high leverage skill and use the skill to take orders or start a business. Replicate scalable businesses to enable multiple sales within one period of time. And use industry understanding to reduce risks. And use the rent to cover the mortgage, achieving the goal of using the property to support the property. **2. Consumption control. Income growth does not equal consumption upgrade case. Ed Sheeran earns tens of millions a year, but still maintains a simple life, investing his excess income in assets. If the income rises from 40,000 yuan per year to 100,000 yuan per year, the additional 60,000 yuan should be prioritized for savings or investment, rather than buying a luxury car or changing to a larger apartment, with the aim of accumulating experience rather than making quick money to avoid losses due to following the trend. 3. Core strategy 2. The 3/3 principle of investment layout. Buffett is famous saying, "Play only on the court you can understand. Blindly following popular fields is prone to pitfalls." ***1. Pay off high-interest debts first. The safest investment when the annualized interest rate of credit cards, online loans, etc. exceeds 15%. Giving priority to repayment is equivalent to obtaining a 15% risk-free return. 2. The main force of funds is invested in understandable assets. The author does not touch Bitcoin or low-price stocks. He mainly allocates to 3 types of assets. For instance, after the 2008 financial crisis, the U.S. stock market plunged. Those who insisted on subscribing to the S&P 500 achieved a return of over 200% 10 years later. Index fund, fixed bid S&P 500, with an average annualization of about 10% over 10 years, worry-free and resistant to fluctuations. Business assets. Invest in areas one is familiar with. Physical assets. After the age of 30, one can purchase a property. 3. A small proportion of funds are used for trial and error in new fields. ***. Use no more than 10% of the funds to try emerging categories. 4. Key understanding. The anti-fragile thinking and investment. ***1. Don't be a jack of all trades. Focus on your circle of competence. The author frankly admitted that he doesn't understand blockchain, thus doesn't invest in virtual currencies. ***2. Use the time lever to counter fluctuations. The short-term ups and downs of the market are hard to predict, but it is on the rise in the long term. Set up an automatic monthly deduction of 2,000 yuan and use investment upon salary arrival to avoid spending. 3. When you turn investment into a system rather than gambling, the $1 million goal at the age of 35 is merely the accumulation of every correct choice. 3. Reject the timing trap and stick to regular investment and use the avalanche method to accelerate the clearance to zero. It is difficult for ordinary people to judge the market's highs and lows. The best strategy is regular fixed investment. If you invest 5,000 yuan every month, you can buy more shares when the price drops and automatically make profits when it rises, thus smoothing out the cost. From 30 to 35. The author's Million Path Breakdown, age 25 to 28. Skill accumulation period, My main job as a carver has a meager income. I use my spare time to learn e-commerce operation and take on outsourcing orders, which increases my monthly income by 8,000 yuan. Mandatory monthly savings of 5,000 yuan is required, with priority given to repaying 20,000 yuan of credit card debts, age 29-31. Asset startup period. With a total of 150,000 yuan from side business income and savings, I invested in an e-commerce supply chain company owned by an acquaintance, with an annual dividend of 15,000 yuan. I started regular investment in the S&P 500 index fund at 3,000 yuan per month, the principal of 108,000 yuan over 3 years and a market value of 135,000 yuan. Age 32 to 35. Compound interest explosion period. The e-commerce business has expanded, with the dividend increased to 30,000 yuan per year, the salary raised to 20,000 yuan per month. Monthly investment increased to 8,000 yuan. At the age of 35, market value of index fund, 500,000. Cumulative commercial dividends, 120,000. Property appreciation. An apartment purchased with a down payment of 300,000 yuan has a market value of 800,000 yuan. The total assets have exceeded 1 million. 3 action suggestions for young people in their 20s. 1. This month, launch the income diagnosis. List the current sources of income. Mark the promotion items, such as whether there is a possibility of salary increase for the main job and whether the side business can be expanded. And formulate a 3-month skill learning plan. 2. Establish an investment account next week. Activate regular investment in index funds. Clear high-interest liabilities tonight. Calculate the interest rates of all liabilities using Excel. Prioritize repaying those with an annualized rate exceeding 10%. There is no magic fairy for wealth accumulation. There is only a cycle of income increase, reasonable investment, compound interest over time.